All right, guys, welcome back to the ALGS channel. Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day so far. A lot of storylines to cover here, as the last 2 days of Pro League obviously gave us some crazy topics to discuss, as some teams bounced back and had an amazing week, and then some teams are proving a lot of people wrong despite all of the doubt that they have had. And then also we got to talk about Disguised. What in the world is going on with Design? What happened last night, and how have things progressed since the conversations that they had on stream? A lot to dive into and discuss. Once again, if you want to stay up to date with what's going on in the ALGS world, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive into it. First thing I wanted to make mention, this was a really cool stat. Global ALGS kill leaders as of day 3 for the ALGS. So this means that every single team, I believe, has now played twice. So this is like a full week that I guess we have had. So really good stuff overall, and it is actually APAC South in the global kill leader spot. And you can even say that the top 2 technically are APAC South, because Zero is from North America himself. I mean, it's from APAC South himself. He just transferred over to North America. So the top 3 spots are all APAC, right? So you've got the top 3 in APAC South and North. Then you've got EMEA for the number 4 spot. Not a single native North American is actually in the top 4 global kill leader section right now. So very interesting storylines and not typical. We'll see how this obviously maintained over the course of the next couple of weeks. Also want to mention the top regional winners right now. So this is North America specifically, but we'll go through every single one. So in first place right now is Dark Zero, as anticipated. Then you got second place. This one was not anticipated, but I'm proud of this roster. I'm very happy for them, because I think this is a really good sight to see for the future of the esport. You want to see Sweet Dreams in that second spot, or way up there in the top. You don't want to see him down low, and this guy with the new LG roster is looking phenomenal. Second place for LG. Third place goes to TSM. I don't think many people had LG over TSM in week number 1, but we do know, historically maybe TSM was had a little bit less expectations, because last year they usually start off pretty slow, then they go pretty hot, but they're actually starting off really hot this year. So good work on TSM as well. Top 3 though, Dark Zero, LG, and TSM. Moist Esports in number 4, Furia in 5th place, Elevate in 6th, Complexity, that's another one I was not expecting, in 7th, PLP in 8th, Disguised in 9th, and Drop In Gaming in 10th. I think probably the biggest concerns that we have here, Optic Gaming not in the top 10 is a little strange. Meat Lovers up there is actually another good one, because those guys have been coming up a lot more lately. FaZe and Legacy up there. XSET is a lot lower than what I would have thought, but you guys did call me out on it. I told you guys that XSET was looking so good in scrims. You guys always said that they look good in scrims, but they don't maintain during Pro League. So we'll see if they can actually turn this thing around. So you guys are definitely right about that one. And then the bottom 8 here, Native Gaming sadly struggling a lot. Flat also struggling, DNO struggling, Evolution, Eternal, EC, Cream, Oversleepers, and Temper is in last place. Temper's got not a single point, unfortunately, so really unfortunate for those guys. Then you go into the EMEA scene. Aurora is in first place right now. UAAIM is in second. 07 with Nasky and Co. Really happy for them. Love Don. I love their coaching staff. Love Nasky and the boys. And I mean, they got the best controller players in the game, arguably. I feel like these guys, just because they're on the other side of the pond, they get overlooked by players like Koifel and such. But, Nags and Amphi are really, really talented controller players. So excited to see what they do for the rest of the season. E6, obviously, up there. Really good on those guys. But we kind of want to go through it briefly and not, I guess, wait too much time on this. But Fnatic, Riddle Order, APAC North is the most predictable one. Every top team is literally in the top, as you would have expected in APAC North. APAC South, Boogie Borders, obviously, like basically former Onyx Esports, MDY White, Legends Gaming, Unicorn, Lightning Unicorn, all the top guys, as you expected, are kind of up there as well. No, the only big shocking one, I guess, is Dreamfire not doing solid at all. Now you go into the last 2 days. Where do all these scores come from? Well, the last 2 days we had our matches. PLP bounced back last night with a first place victory after they had a really poor performance, unfortunately, in the day 1. Complexity in second place, Dark Zero in third. So that doesn't seem to be the only good news for PLP, because it also looks like they are rumored to be going into SSG's organization. Space Station Gaming was a really big organization that was with Apex for quite some time. Space Station did put out a teaser earlier that it looks like they are returning into the ALGS, and the PLP roster seems to be the most likely to join that. And according to some other sources, it seems like that is actually happening. And the other alternative team would be Legacy, the Pollos Hermanos, the former LG Shivas boys. So I really hope that it is one of those, and I do think it probably would more likely be PLP. I really hope that you know, the former LG roster can find themselves on a roster pretty soon. But also Complexity, second place. I don't think many people had that one in their, you know, bingo card, but really good work for them, and I hope the best for those boys because they had a roster change as well. So really good sight to see. Now you go into Saturday's games. LG, baby, Sweet Dreams has gone off, and a first place victory that not many people saw coming out of them. Moist Esports in second, Furia in the top 3. Dropping Gaming is another one that's kind of going under the radar. Those guys have been doing very solid in Pro League so far, so good work on them. Disguised in 5th place. Now you may also notice from the matches last night, Disguised, yes, they did finish 9th, but it did not start off well for them at all. So after you had LG winning one of their games, LG Sweet obviously goes on the record to say that you guys will see pretty soon why I believe so much in Funk and Slayer. And they have received a lot of criticism, of course, and saying this roster is a downgrade to their old roster, and LG really messed up here, or maybe even Sweet went backwards with the talent that he had, and now he's proven people wrong that these guys have a lot to offer. Then you had the problems though with Disguised. In Group C, obviously they started off really bad. You even saw Disguised, their owner, Disguised Toast, watching this unfold, and it was not good. He was really kind of disappointed / worried that, you know, he just spent a lot of money on this roster, and here they are having a bad day so far. And then after a bad day, they start to argue with each other and go off on one another. They do finish game 6 with a win. It kind of bounces them back up, so good on them. But they did have a little altercation, and here was that altercation. Roll the clip.
Use VOD really quick and see.
It's not fucking funny.
Whoa.
That's
Whoa.
the fucking dumbest shit I've ever heard you say today.
Whoa. Uh-oh.
You're a fucking moron. That's
Oh.
what.
Whoa.
Dumbass. First fucking game? The fuck are you doing? Don't get fucking nervous. No fucking jitters, no nothing. Like, dude, you're the one that gets it, bro. You're the one that brings it in. Fucking leave it at the door. Come to fucking work.
Chill.
Now, what was funny after the fact, of course, Nasky posted this picture as well, where Disguised was in 20th place, and you can watch Disguised Toast. He was watch partying all of this happening, and it was just not good overall. But they did clutch up, like I said, in game number 6. Of course, like you could see in this one, they won with 25 points overall, 13 kills. That really put them up a lot, and that's why they finished 9th overall, even though they started off really bad. So after this, you have Dezignful take it to Twitter, and he wants to explain obviously what's going on and basically give a little bit of a mental update. And he says, the lads and I have sorted things out. I've been in tweak mode since champs, but gonna take a more reserved approach to stick to macro because Timmy just activates more team communication. Dude's more compassionate and gives way more intricate detail and visualization to ideas. It's always been a weak spot for me since I'm a controller player. Still have controller brain active while I'm shooting at people, and will def help the team's pacing and stop me from wiggling out and taking it as a punch in the face when I feel like I'm not being listened to. The fellas will be carrying the boat in unison. So really good work from Design, obviously calling all this stuff out. They squashed it. I think the Design's vocals is probably overlooked, and people may see it as a negativity, but I think it really brings it. When you're okay with it, when you can take it as a brotherhood, right, and you can say these things, you can come to a much better conclusion overall. So really good work for them, and hope the best as they progress in this ALGS season. Also want to mention, I'm not going to go into it too much, but if you guys have seen already, there has been a really big backlash with the, you know, no recoil scripts and new things that Steam configurations can do. And you're not going to believe it, yes, but you're actually not breaking the ALGS rules based upon what this Steam configuration allows you to do, because it's not technically remapping controller buttons to mouse and keyboard buttons, but some other things instead. And it's kind of weird that there's this gray space, I guess, gray area. And how many ALGS players could be abusing this? I don't know. But if you want to go see the full detail of what's going on and basically how you could not necessarily do this, but like how it works and how they're just scratching the surface, of course, go check out my main channel, the JMeyels channel, for all Apex news in general, and you'll see that in-depth video there as well. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with all things going on in the Apex Legends esports scene right here. And until the next time, we'll see you all later, Gators.